Let's try this again since my camera just shut off on me for some odd reason. So we have a little bit of text already on the screen. We will walk through it together. Today we looked at area of a circle. So area equals pi r squared. And you should already know that r squared means that r is getting multiplied by r. So that would look like this. R times r. Whatever value we have for r goes in place of that. So if I have a radius of 5, I would plug in 5 times 5. If I have a radius of 10, I would plug in 10 times 10. So let's look at problem 1 together. We have a radius of 15. So my area equals 15 squared times pi. I simplify this by figuring out what 15 squared is. 15 squared is 225. So my area equals 225 pi inches squared. Because remember, area is always squared. It's two-dimensional. Now we want to find the approximate area. And approximate area basically is just using pi with an approximated value of 3.14. Because remember we discussed in class that pi is a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal, which means it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on forever. So if you wanted to have an exact answer without using the symbol pi, you'd have to just keep writing decimal after decimal after decimal, which is why we call it an approximate answer. In approximate answers, we tend to use either a tenths place or a hundredths place for a solution. We're going to use hundredths places here for these solutions. So we would multiply 225 times pi. That would give me 706.5 inches squared. Let's try one more together. Number 3. Again, our formula is area equals pi r squared. So I need to know what my radius is. And the radius is only the distance from the center to the outside ring of the circle. My problem here tells me that this entire line across the circle is 10 meters. I don't want to know the entire line across the circle. I want to know what half the line across the circle is. So I divide my diameter of the entire line across the circle by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So my radius here is 5 meters. Now I can plug 5 into my formula. A equals, I'm going to rearrange these two, 5 squared times pi. So now my A exact value would be A equals 5 times 5. Well, that's 25 pi meters squared. Now if we want to find the approximate area, we multiply 25 times our approximated value of pi, which was 3.14. So 25 times 3.14 gives me 78.5 meters squared. I'm not going to solve this problem for you, but I will get it started just to give you an idea of what the problem's asking for. Shannon draws a snowman using 3 circles, so I have 1 circle. The largest circle is 15 inches wide. It has a diameter of 15. The medium circle, so the next one up, is 5 less than the largest circle in diameter. So 15 minus 5, that would make this one 10. The little circle on top is half the size of the medium. Half of 10 is 5. So now that I know the diameters for each circle, I can conclude what each circle's radius is by cutting the diameter in half for each diameter. I would want to find the area of each circle independently, and then add each area together to find the total area of the snowman that she drew. Hopefully this gave you a good start for working on some of these problems, and we will discuss them more tomorrow in class.